Alright folks, today's video is from London City to Heathrow, and there's lots of points of interest. The only one I specifically picked as a waypoint was the Flying Eye, so here we go.
Tower 9817 tree ready for departure to the west at runway 27.
9817 tree wind 080 at 11. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 27.
And we're in a
Runway 27 9817 tree.
CTSL, I believe it is. And this is live weather and time. There's lots of points of interest here in London. You'll see some of them because I have points of interest turned on. But I'll point out the ones that I know that I see. There's some planes sitting down there. And that's just all AI traffic. Right? Climb out over the water.
Tower 9817 tree continue for west departure.
Yeah, there's lots of points of interests. I think that's O2 right there on our left. For the most part, the co-pilot was flying, but I took over for a little bit, make sure we were high enough and didn't slam in the face first in any of these buildings, but we were good. So it was my aircraft for about 5 seconds, and I gave it back to him. Whoa, that was close. I didn't even hear anything about look for an aircraft below. ATC wasn't paying attention. I thought my flight was being followed. Maybe not. But yeah, that was close. Alright. Next video. I cut these short because I didn't know how long it was going to take. Okay, there's the Tower of London. The Tower Bridge. There was, there's some rail station. I don't think that's Paddington, though. Lots of bridges named here and that are highlighted at points of interest. Okay. There's the Flying Eye. That was our waypoint I specifically picked. And right there below us is also Westminster Palace and Big Ben. And then right here below us is Buckingham Palace. There was a lot I could have picked out for points of interest for flying over, but it would have been like a 50-minute video. I was just double checking if I needed to call the airport, and well, it did it automatically.
1 miles east, 1,700 feet to land.
Heading 1783 tower. Altimeter 29 east 5.100 at 7. Make straight at runway 27 left.
Fly straight in runway 27 left, heading 8178 tree.
Alright, part 3. Looks like we're getting a straight-in approach. Someone's not transmissioning, or transmitting. And I keep moving the camera around to highlight the points of interest so they're easier to read, especially for me. And I noticed, for you rail fans out there, this is on the Great Western route out of Paddington. There's Acton and Ely, and we'll also be passing West Ely, which are stops. If you play Train Sim World, those are Great Western Express locations, and that route is getting remastered and should be out for Train Sim World 5 in the next few months. There's also other traffic around, but of course it's Heathrow. Probably the busiest airport in UK. Some might argue that there's one busier, but this is the most busiest well-known airport. There is a discovery flight for London, or it's just called Flying Eye, and I didn't launch into that. I wanted to take off and land and create my own. But of course you could do all this sightseeing of points of interest in a discovery flight and pick a place to land as well. But since I have the co-pilot flying most of this, I needed a flight plan, or else the AI has no idea what to do. I know I made up my aircraft some point here soon. For some reason, the AI was not lining up in the center of these hash marks, and I decided to take control. I think after this point coming up. And I did not film all the way to the taxi. I just, yeah, there's how you can tell it's mine. I decided to dive, and I'm cutting back the power. At one point, we were lined up. I was using a little bit of left rudder, or I mean right rudder to try to land me. I got that good. I was on where I wanted to be. I gave it back to the co-pilot. But again, we weren't really lining up, so I took back control, made it my aircraft, and I actually landed. Golly, look at all those nameplates that pop up on AI traffic. That's how you know you're in a busy airport. Can you imagine if you had that and multiplayer turned on? It must look really hectic. It's a beautiful sunset. I normally don't do my videos this late in the day here in the US. And I'm kind of glad I had other things to do this morning after I posted my other two. Because this is gorgeous. Not necessarily golden hour, but the clouds, the way it's all hitting. Alright, you can see the runway lights. And I was holding down B to cut the throttle, yet it kept throttling up all on its own. I was also holding the X button, which is the air brakes, or brakes. I don't know if they're actually air brakes, but I was holding it to see if I could slow myself down. You see I'm still messing with the rudder, trying to make sure we're lined up more center. That looks pretty good. That looks good. Made sure I was trying to flare a little bit, and then I realized, no, we need to land exactly the way I did. That's a good landing for me. Right, well, that's my flight from London City to Heathrow via the Flying Eye. I hope you enjoyed this flight through London. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.